Hi there, Jim. Love to meet you. I'm Mark Lister from Ness. Thanks very much for the invitation. Thank you for watching the few minutes of video that I sent you laying out the Ness proposition for you to consider. Um, I just, wanted to explain what we do and how some of the expertise and value we provide to customers around the world on next generation digital offerings I think is very relevant to you. I'm going to be very succinct with the story I've here. Some client engagements I think are very relevant to you, and how our approach to innovation might be something that you want to tap into. We've actually spoken over the last 12 months with guys from CBS on various topics, all of them relevant and in our sweet spot. We've heard about needs in ServiceNow, automating digital operations, for robotic process automation, and also something for AI in internal financial functions, which I'm going to take across there as a theme on automation. And we've also heard about the limitations of your homemade internal CMS and how hard it is getting new features out fast enough. And I'm going to walk through the expertise we have as the engineering partner for Alfresco's core digital business platform ECM tool. I mean, I've heard you speak in preparing to get to meet you, and I hope at the end of this you'll invite me in. Two things came across very much: that you are CBS Interactive is a pure content company rather than distribution, and that you've built everything yourselves internally so far. In a changing landscape of media, we see symbolized by the AT&T and Time Warner acquisition, maybe Comcast and Fox. Seems to me everything's changing, and you've got to go with speed. You've got to incorporate innovation, and things are going to change in unpredictable ways in the next couple of years, and you need to be ready for them and able to incorporate some of the technologies that are needed. And I'm putting us forward as potentially your first partner to help you able to do this. I'm just going to tell these stories pretty quickly and hope they stick enough for you to want to get in touch. You saw from our film that we're spread around the world. We're concentrating on building core revenue generating digital platforms for our customers. We're all about innovation. Customers tend to find us and stay with us. 8 years, the longest tenure there. Our expertise in the technology, customer experience, product engineering, data analysis, helping get features out to market and help monetize data. I mean, it's right there in the core of what we do, and I'm hoping it'll resonate with you. We go to market in a new area, right? Not traditional verticals. Some people will talk about media and publishing and financial services, but we see the world changing so fast, with Amazon potentially disrupting healthcare insurance, as well as clouds and book selling, and any number of disrupting the high street and the shopping malls all over the world. Things are different in the way they describe, and I see your area. It is content. It's about premium content, interesting. But as you mentioned, it's multi-screen, multi-platform, multi-channel. Where I want to find it and how I subscribe to it. And models still open for disruption and change in different countries, different behaviors. So where we talk about you as content, which is one of our domains, we still see that as a kind of digital evolution of how it's changed and where it'll be available. And I think some of the expertise we'd love to explain to you that we're looking at, even in things like sensors in IoT within smart machines and factories and autonomous driving. I'm sure there's relevance in the intelligence we're gathering from those sensors to how people live in their home or consume content on the go or wherever it might be, even in the car. So we're organized in a modern, forward-thinking way. Pick out a couple of these stories I'd love you to know about. We're the main engineering partner for TiVo. They were exclusively San Francisco based when they met us 4 or 5 years ago now. We've helped them set up an operation in Romania, which is where one of our innovation centers is. We're about 150 engineers there at the moment. We're helping them through their own reinvention of themselves. TiVo were disruptive in '99 when they kind of came to fruition, and now they're a different beast, changing through their folding into Rovi. They're becoming a data monetization company, as the values coming from the choices and the personalized offerings across the TV, whatever screen that might be. It's a fascinating area of development on how they're adjusting to people's modern behaviors and monetizing that. We're also helping them with smart technology. In the image there you say Google Home, and if you care to look at that YouTube clip about how we're helping them bring voice interactivity between Google Home and the TiVo setup and all of their different customers. So I think you'll find that a fascinating area, multi-channel, omni-channel, however you will. Right in your area. We call this smart living where we work. The next one I'd like to tell you about is content. Walt Disney Company, this is Disney Europe we've been working with. something that's very common these days. We're taking an internal proven method, a lot of smart folks, a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of emails, and we built them an enterprise grade digital tool to help them more quickly protect the licenses to frozen on lunchboxes the same way they do in France, as they do in Italy, as they do in Germany. Something that was very fragmented. We brought global consistency to it, and we're looking at working with them on many other enterprise grade tools where smart people use tools that we've built to get their jobs done faster and help mitigate risk of court action against illegal licensing, but also to gather data and build that kind of know your customer 360-degree view of some of their enterprise customers, as they're using data to build up more interesting pictures and opportunities they might have together. So that's our work with Disney. Perform Media, not sure if you've heard about them, but one of the world's biggest sports rights media platforms, packaging up content and reselling it to different countries. We are their core engineering partner. We built a massively impressive scalable video distribution platform which continues to pump out incredible amounts of content, as you see there, 100 million hours of streamed content across the world. They supply very low latency data to to betting partners, including their own betting offering. They are now launched DAZN, which is the latest in sports media distribution for people, touch of a button in many different countries. It's an interesting one, love to talk about. And interestingly enough, we've now taken some IP from them with their agreement for non-sports areas, where we're going to use the core platform that we built to get us into new areas, which could be education, rebroadcasting, anything. So if you'd like to hear more about the proven robust scale of that incredible platform, we'd love to talk about that one with you. We heard you were having some difficulties with your internal CMS, and we just wanted to point out here that we are the engineering partner for Alfresco, a globally recognized enterprise content management platform, commercial grade, used in all kinds of massive companies around the world. We have that fundamental knowledge about how that product works. We'd love to talk to you about how we could help CBS with their content management issues. 4 case studies I just put together that I think would be really relevant. Just to quickly wrap up, innovation is core to what we do. We've put 5 flavors here of how we might do it differently, if that's something that you're interested in looking at. We do a lot of rapid prototyping to get to an MVP. A matter of weeks to take a new idea to something that could be shown to investors or partners. So rapid prototyping is something we do together with our customers. We do a lot of internal innovation. We have a lab, Nest Connected Labs, based in London and Pittsburgh, where we're building next generations of blockchains and autonomous driving and groundbreaking technology like that. We have a culture of innovation inside the company, which I'm going to talk in a second, embedded in everything we do as we try to differentiate ourselves as we go forward and appeal to customers. And then we've been talking to several companies looking to make their innovation go faster, that we could actually churn out proof of concepts like a factory in many ways, where you come in with the idea and we'll give you a way to develop prototypes at incredible speed with smart 3 or 4 people dedicated to you. And then just to mention, the core business of what we do actually is, as a technology partner, is building IP exclusively for the clients that we work with. So we could do something large with you if you're interested in going faster than you might be doing internally. The culture of innovation I talked about. We've got our own internal crowdsourcing innovation projects. You can see there on the left, it's our Nestcubator platform. Engineers around the world working together to get our prototypes that we're building exclusively for ourselves to show customers. People are working on that, very exciting, and the developers love the kind of access to innovative ideas and projects that we provide. And then on the right is that connected lab I talk about, a dedicated space for us to build up our own ideas and once again take them out to market. We have a CTO, an amazing CTO I'd love to introduce you to, and a CTO office made up of CTO associates. 65 of the smartest brains around the company dedicated to tackling problems thrown to us by our customers, and not the customers that they're working with day to day, but from around the place. So different perspectives, cross-functional teams, smart people looking at next generation problems, delivering value all the way around. I hope you find that one interesting. To summarize then, Jim, we have expertise in the things that you apparently are looking for help with: ECM, process automation, ServiceNow, and the next generation of machine learning and AI. We could be your expert primary technology R&D partner. We could be your innovation partner, bringing new ideas to life for you and getting them to market quickly. I hope some of this has been of interest, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a lot, Jim.